What's going on, everybody? My name is Terminus, and today we're going to talk about 𝔸𝕬𝕠𝕦𝕥 episode 6. Well, talk about, we're going to watch it too, of course. There's not a lot to talk about before we go into this. Sorry. Before we go into this, there is a pip in the description down below, or you know what? No, actually there's not. We're editing a lot, right? We're having a lot of the material in here anyway. So the pip is on Patreon if you really want to check out the full-length reaction. If not, you still have the edited reaction, the very liberally edited reaction right here. If there's a demand for like a picture-in-picture, there's a demand for timer reaction, I can supply that demand if you want me to. I'm also thinking about maybe releasing the pip for Patreon, like free Patreon members, a week after the release, right? So if you want to delay your watch experience and then just as a free Patreon member watch the pip, then go watch the pip. But if you want to watch it now and you wouldn't be too opposed to watching the edited reaction right here, then please go ahead. Again, we can do the timer reaction. I'll have to look into that, but there's a lot of stuff in the edited reaction right here. I try to include as many scenes as possible to just see how well, because there's a lot of big scenes, right, and a lot of small funny scenes as well, and I'll try to include most of them. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. If I, for some reason, decide this is not gonna be how I want to do things, I'll just cut out the sequence referring to it. So, yeah. Before we start, check out the Discord and Patreon. Give me a like after you're done with it, and subscribe to the channel for more. Let's jump into the episode. We all know what happened last time, right? We wrote some lyrics. Well, in episode 4, we wrote some lyrics. We done some stuff. We did our first audition, and now we're approved after a little bit of like a fight between the two sisters. And now we have to see, do we have a concert right now, or is there something happening right before it? Right, there could still be some stuff. We haven't gone too far into Nichika aside from her little talk with Bocchi and her little argument with her sister last episode, so I do wonder if we learn more about her or if we're gonna focus on somebody else again. Bocchi is always center of attention, of course, so we're gonna definitely see something about her. That's just par for the course, but I'm always curious about which character we're gonna focus most on aside from Bocchi. Alright, 𝔸𝕬𝕠𝕦𝕥 episode 6 starts in a 3, a 2, a 1. Alright, we got a recap. Oh, nice. I didn't know. The end boss. They beat the boss battle. Oh, yes. She has to find 2 additional people, because I'm pretty sure her dog doesn't count. Shut the fuck up. Your dog does not count. Yeah. That's the dog's name, okay. It's not, but okay. You're down to 2. Make a song out of it. Holy shit, this is cool. She's gonna kill you.
話さないだけで学校にたくさんいるんだよ。嘘だ。冗談でもそんなこと言っちゃダメだよ。人の痛み
You little brat.
ごめんなさい。お母さん、友達に声かけるね。大丈夫。完璧に学校にたくさん友達いるんだから。ねえ、ライブ楽しみにしてて。あの時見えなんか張るんじゃなかった。
I mean,
どうしよう。誰かに3枚売らないと。地元で配ろうと思ってバンドの宣伝
ooh, that's actually a good idea.
があった方が好感持たれやすいってネットで書いてあった気がするよ。
Not quite like that, though.
だからビラ配るとか無理だった。
But she's suffering from success, I see.
これ動けない。お友達来てくれるみたいです。よかった。が売れた。ぼっちちゃんはどうかな。今日は来る？新曲もみんなで合わせたいし。なんて返事する？ノルマ余裕ですって強がる。いや正直にノルマ無理っていう。でもそしたらノルマ分がさばけない人はクビだよ。バイバイぼっち。
They would say that, but
素敵で陽気なギタリスト探してきました。イエーイ。ラッキャー。
alright.
なんで私お母さんにあんな強がりを。
Right. The fuck? Who the fuck are you?
人が倒れて。どうしよう。声かけなきゃ。いやそれよりも救急車。もしもし。
午後4時30分ちょうどをおっしゃる。
お水ください。はい、今そこで買ってきます。それという嫁。はい。あとしじみのお味噌汁。
Wait. Hold on.
解放橋は天日干ししたばっかのふかふかのベッド。
You're making a lot of demands for somebody who is in kicking distance.
肝臓にしみる。
Who the fuck are you?
助かった本当にあり。
Must be a grown up, right? She was drinking.
買ってきてくれるとは。いえ。頭外して丸洗いした。やばい人を助けてしまったかも。
You attract weird people, Bocchi.
名前なんていうの？こと一人です。かわいい名前。ありがとうございます。お酒はほどほどにしないとねって言ったそばから飲んじゃうんだけどね。向かい酒よ。
Alright, somebody translate this for me, like that one sentence. Oh, alright.
飲む手が止まらない。
Girl wants to die, apparently.
飲む安酒だけど。いや。ひとりちゃんって未成年だっけ？
Mm-hmm.
聞いてる？なんでさっきから絶対やばい人だ。本気なのかボケなのかわからないけど。ダッシュで逃げ。
Yeah, just get out of there.
どうする？お酒飲もっかやっぱり。私はこれで。
Oh no, she got caught.
私バンドやってんだ。インディーズだけどね。大人のバンドマンと話すの初めてだ。なんかわからないけど怒られる？って見せて。最近の若者はロックをなめるな。
What the fuck are you thinking?
ひとりちゃんどうした？いやこれ買ったはいいんですけど、1日で挫折して今から質屋さんに売りに行くとこだったんです。もっとふさわしい人にこのギターを使ってもらって大空へ羽ばたいてほしくて。私は全然弾けません。何円で売れるかな。今日は焼肉だ。待って。1日で諦めるのはもったいないよ。売るのはいつでもできるからさ。もう少し続けてみたらそのギターにふさわしい人になれるかもよ。
How does she get out of that misunderstanding?
お姉さんが手取り足取りレッスンしてあげようか。ごめんなさい、今の話全部嘘です。すごいスラスラ嘘つくね。
You're too drunk to tell a lie.
おー、いいギター大事に使ってるんだね。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, it's her dad's.
お酒とベースは私の命より大事なものだから毎日肌身離さず持ってるの。ベースはどちらに？
Oh no. Oh no.
居酒屋に置きっぱなしだ。取りに行くよ、ひとりちゃん。命が。
She's just being dragged along.
ぼっちちゃんから返事来た？今だする。さっきのロインまずかったかな。
Loins.
単純に忙しいだけかもですよ。でもどうしよう。ぼっちちゃん追い詰めちゃってたら。
Yeah, they worry a lot.
私も何度圧をかけられたことか。よく言うよ。ああ、大丈夫かな。
She's being dragged along by a crazy person.
じゃーん、私のマイベース。状況が謎すぎて辛い。かっこいいでしょ。あ、はい、かっこいいです。
はい、かっこいいです。
大活躍だったんだよ。で、打ち上げで飲みすぎてさ、思ってるし。全然知らないここに来てたんだけどね。
Holy shit, she's leaving the life.
まあ、半分意識ないからね。
Gets progressively more blurry.
お酒好きなんですね。うん、だってお酒飲んだら全部忘れられるからさ。つい。
Kids, don't do this.
金問題、地方の過疎化、貧困格差。
Don't do this.
私はこれを幸せスパイラルって呼んで。あ、いや。
もう。
幸せだ。まあ、ひとりちゃんも大人になったらわかるよ。
Hopefully she doesn't.
何になってもわかりたくない。うん、絶対そう。顔見ればわかる。どんなだろう。お酒に溺れる私。
Oh no, she's imagining it. Misato, is that you?
お母さん最近ついにハロワ行けって言わなくなったな。きっと孫のお世話で忙しいんだな。
No, Bocchi, get out of there.
人生頑張れないや。高校の頃バンド組んでたの懐かしいな。なんだかんだあの頃の私ってキラキラして。
She washed up.
みんな今頃何してるんだろう。顔を合わせても何を話せばいいのか。
Yeah, stop it.
結構やばい子。すみません、取り乱しました。そういうの嫌いじゃないよ。そういや、ひとりちゃんは何してたの？私は。なるほど。ひとりちゃんは悲劇の少女だったわ。ご同情してくれてる。チケット売るの大変だよね。私も最初の頃はすごい苦しんだな。よーし、命の恩人のために私が一肌脱いであげよう。さあ、準備して。私と君で。今からここで路上ライブをするんだよ。
Alright. ちょっと待って。
そう、路上ライブで客呼んでチケット買ってもらうのが一番いいって。
We're learning some marketing.
でも今日はここら辺でお祭りやるっぽくて人も多いし。
I mean, that's a good idea.
あ、でもアンプとか路上
A
ライ
lot
ブ
of people get discovered like on street performance or
残念
like
ですが別の。
put themselves out there on the street performances.
私生きてます
Yes, I'm not dead.
けど機材持ってきてくんない？あ、機材だけでいいから。どうしよう、どんどん話が進んでいく。
Let me call more people.
今からライブします。ただなんで暇なら見てってください。見てってください。楽しみ。いや、君もやるんだよ。
You should try to get out of it.
外でギター弾いたことがない？そんなに怖いなら目つむって弾くとかなんて人見知りなんだね。
You never thought of that.
暗闇でずっと弾いてたし。今目の前にいる人たちは君の戦う相手じゃないからね。
You're trying to connect to them.
敵を見誤るなよ。敵ってどういうこと？
Society?
学校での後藤さんですか？やっぱりぼっちなの？ズバッと聞くなおい。そうですね。クラスが違うので教室での様子とかはあまりわからないですけど、誰かと一緒にいるところは見たことはないですね。あ、いじめられてるとかではないですよ。よく
No, she's building herself enough.
さんが引っ込み思案なのもあって、みんな接しづらそうというか、どう扱っていいかわからないって感じで。ぼっち、面白いのに。そうなんですよ。
Interesting how people see you completely different, right?
曲はこの子のバンド、傑作バンドのオリジナル曲です。ポチポチポチ。弾くよ。はい。
Alright, new original song.
一緒にしてくれるんですけど、でも私の友達とお昼食べようって誘うともうダメで。
That sounded like the OP.
この人即興なのに音に全く迷いがない。すごく自信に満ちた演奏。私の演奏を確実に支えてくれてるんだ。音だけでわかる。楽しんでるって。私は
Not now, not now.
顔を上げるのも
Don't get into your head. Just be in the moment.
ちょっとあんた何言ってんの？なんかギターの人不安そうだったからつい。ぼっちちゃん大丈夫かな？そうか、初めから敵なんかいない。私が勝手に。
Mm-hmm.
一人じゃ目が。
Oh, cool shot, cool shot. Coming into it yourself.
本当はこんな風に弾くんだ。面白い。そうだよ。ここにいるのは君の演奏が聴きたくて立ち止まってくれた人。
Yeah, they're not expecting anything.
この短時間でちゃんと気づいて欠点克服するなんてすごいじゃん。この子は絶対上がってくれ。
Hmm.
私の勘は当たるんだ。みんな笑顔。これからたくさんライブしたら
And he,
こんな顔が見れるのかな。
again, it's others that motivate her, right? Yeah, right.
見れたらいいな。ひとりちゃんよかったよ。ありがとうございます。よかった。バレてない。片目しか開けてなかったの。どうした？
I think nobody did.
ごめんなさい。そんなすぐに全部変えるのは無理です。
If only one person.
買ってもいいですか？2枚ください。
Even two people.
あれ？感動してフリーズ？
You almost filled your quota.
1500円なんで3000円です。だよね？はい。本当にいいんですか？買っていただいて。ひとりちゃんしつこいぞ。初めて
Just do it.
見たけどすごく良かったです。今度のライブも頑張ってくださいね。はい。頑張ります。さっきの曲もやります？はい、やります。楽しみにしてます。
Girl, stop drinking.
私にもあったはずなのに。今夜はやけ酒だ。なんで泣いてるんですか？ごめん。すぐ幸せスパイラル決めるから。絶対それ体に悪いですよ。
Definitely not for your liver.
のライブはやめてください。
ごめんなさい。警察補導される？されない。
I mean, can't you?
そう
I guess there are rules against that.
だけれど、まだあと1枚残ってるんだった。
Give it to her.
でも4枚も売ったんだ。最初にしては上出来。最後の1枚私が買うよ。それでノルマ達成でしょ？
She knows.
もちろん。私普段新宿拠点に活動してるから近いし。 ありがとうございます。鬼コロ5本分以上のライブ期待してるよ。
She's measuring everything in soccer.
バイバイひとりちゃん。
Alright. I mean, you do you, girl. Just.
だったの。やっぱバンドマンって。
Yeah. People play music can be free spirits sometimes. In the good and in the bad way.
たらお金なくなっちゃった。電車賃貸して。ライブ行った時この展開なんか覚えある？
Yeah, I was about to say Rio. I don't know. No reason. No reason at all. Could be for all the fucking alcohol you bought, but okay.
行かなくてすみませんでした。チケット全部売れました。送信とライブ成功しますように。
Yes.
あとチケット全部売れましただそうです。絶対嘘ついてるよね。
Just like.
やっぱりこのロインがプレッシャーになってたのかも。かわいそうに。明日の練習は みんな優しく迎えてあげよう。
Well, that's a win-win, isn't it? Alright, then that's it. Real feel-good episode. What are we gonna focus on? Just Bocchi, but perfectly fine. Thank you, 𝔸𝕓𝕠𝕦𝕥. Alright. See you on YouTube. Well, you are on YouTube. We are on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. What am I talking about? Right, another episode in the bag, and I thought we were gonna do the concert right away, but obviously one problem after another, and this problem was how do I don't have any friends, how do I get enough people together to actually sell my ticket quota? And it's done in a very creative way, in a very funny way, and also in a way that we get to know a new character, in this case 𝔸𝕬𝕤𝕤 something. I looked up her character name, 𝔸𝕬𝕤𝕤. I don't know if she said it in the episode. Either way, let's start from the top. Obviously she's getting panic, and obviously we do know that the dog is not gonna be able to come. And yes, I mean, I thought maybe she was able to come like her little sister, but I mean, first of all, she's 5? What? She looks way older than 5. And second of all, I mean, I don't know. It's not a dingy club, so I wouldn't expect... maybe it's just too long, right? It's too late in the evening, and that's why she's not... or she can't come, really. Either way, we do have, as always, really creative and cool ways to display 𝔸𝕬𝕤𝕤's... not 𝔸𝕬𝕤, 𝐻itori, in this case. Or Bocchi's despair. Really cool ways. What I really like about this is that it's always changing. We do not always have the same squiggly lines. We don't always have the same kind of art style when we are going into this panic mode or into this anxiety mode. We are always changing it up. And this whole sequence about like her just this 8-bit kind of gamey kind of looking sequence with the kaleidoscope effects and whatnot. Holy fuck, this is some next level creativity. And she's sinking into the depths of despair, right? And she's like, I could invite some friends, but there's pride. And she's like, nah, I have friends. Oh, I have friends. Trust. I have friends. The mother's trying to help, but she wants to do it herself. And I understand that, right? To a degree, because like, yeah, you don't always want to rely on other people for the things you, and she's feeling like it's her responsibility, not the one of her mother. And the mother and the father are helping out enough by just coming. So she made herself flyers. And I mean, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Handmade is nice and cute and whatever, but this is a bit extreme. Like, look at this. This is like something like a grade schooler would draw. She could have just posted one of their like professional photo shoot pictures that she has like 20,000 in her room of. And the pressure keeps building up, right? They're all nonchalantly saying, "Oh yeah, it's fine. I already got my quota, whatever. How are you doing?" And she's split between, do I tell them the truth or do I say, everything is fine, I'm gonna pretend, right? This is the social pleaser in her, obviously. She is very much, very focused on pleasing other people, and she doesn't want to disappoint them, and so she sometimes tells white lies in order to make herself look good or make people not sad. Yeah. And this is creating a lot of trouble for her, obviously. It's very hard. I think, obviously, you should always be conscious of other people's feelings and their expectations and their thoughts, and that kind of gets you by in life, right? To do the right things, to build relationships, to actually be close to people and understand them. But at the same time, being too much of a social pleaser can get you in a lot of stress and a lot of trouble. And it's also, if you got the wrong people around you, in this case, Bocchi can be, I think, very thankful that she's got the right people around her. But if you got the wrong people around you, it can very easily go into the opposite direction, where people keep using you because they know you're a social pleaser and you can't say no to people. And this is gonna make you stressed and collapse and whatnot. And for other people, it's not that way, right? It makes life easier for them, and they're like, you know what? Doormat, right? In this case, she's imagining all these terrible things about like, you can't be in a band if you don't fulfill your quota. Technically, you just have to pay the money, right? And you probably would have it, but it would be, it would of course be an issue. And how she's gonna be right, replaced by somebody who is just like her but cool, which Bocchi, you're cool enough, it's fine. But we have a convenient happenstance, right? Somebody collapsing right in front of her. Holy shit! How, man, that is a thick, right? All right. Go animators, I guess. She's definitely the one to panic in a crisis situation. What do I do? What do I do? Oh no. she even typed in the wrong number for like the ambulance and whatnot. But yeah, she's met a weird one. She definitely has met a weird one. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. Don't do that, people. Don't fucking do that. Like, legit, just don't. For an upset stomach. And this is like clam, right? Clam, miso soup. And Bocchi's just like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna buy that for you. And we kind of get into talks, which is really a lot of nice little puns that we're having here, and her just imagining in her head again, having that stereotypical like impression of, oh god, a real like musician, rocker, whatever. She's gonna hate me and whatnot. Again, boop, 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 boop. I do love that, like the eyes up and down, her losing her mind gradually. Like, you could make an entire meme compilation of that, right? But she says something in her attempt to lie and just gloss over, be like, oh, you know what, I'm not really somebody in a band, whatever. I'm not really playing. She's actually saying something that she picks up upon, and she's like, no, look, giving up after one day, don't give up. And Bocchi's like, wait, you know what? Now I need to explain it. I need to be like, all right, I kind of flunked. I kind of lied. And she opens up, and we get to talk, and really nice that we get to know that as well, right? That Ichika and Ryo and Kita and all of them are actually thinking, hey, what if we put too much pressure on her, right? They're very aware of how she is. So they're like, maybe we did too much, right? With all that posting and whatnot. And later on they also say like when Kita's saying like she's hard to approach and whatnot, they're like, well, she's so much fun, right? If you actually know her, right? If you know how sincere she is, how nice she is, how much she really cares for other people, maybe also for the opinions and judgment of other people, but also for other people in the sense that she doesn't want to inconvenience them and whatnot. And in this case, she's like, in this very regard, she might be very Japanese, right? That is a thing that, at least for me, that has come across, that the Japanese society is a lot about not being an inconvenience for people, right? Not bothering people, being nice to people, even if deep down you maybe have different feelings. But yeah, they all like her for who she is. Great stuff. We had that last time. It's very important that you have that. But she takes her along too, right? She's like extremely and she forgot her bass. I love this. I went back because I wanted to show this. I love this, like her being dragged along like some piece of luggage. Yeah. But she's the kind of free, crazy, chaotic musician that you would expect. And yes, if that ain't true, right? Look at this. pension, marriage, stressful society, caregiving, loss of lifetime careers, job searches, depression, world depopulation, helplessness, old age, poverty gap, low wages, fear about the future, or fears about the future. Yes. Yes. I feel that so hard. I feel that so hard, but don't drink to get rid of it. Alright, let me look at this happiness spiral. I'm out of alcohol. The alcohol is gone. Fidget. Gotta get booze. Life is pain. Gotta get booze. Life is pain. Body builds up tolerance. Gotta drink more. Craving is temporarily satisfied. Unable to think of anything but alcohol. And it continues. I mean, it's not just alcohol, right? This goes for everything, but alcohol is especially problematic because it's got the psychological and the biological dependency effects, right? The addiction effects. It's a never-ending spiral. Obviously, you can apply that to a lot of things in life, be that activities that are just on a psychological level addicting, or be that things that are both psychologically and biologically addicting. In that case, it's even more severe, of course, and even more dangerous to get into that spiral. That ain't healthy for you. It ain't healthy for your liver. Just fucking don't do it. I'd really rather I didn't know. Yeah. Hidori, yeah, don't. Don't imagine it either. She's going so much inside her head about this. Scary stories about booze. Warping dimensions, my wallet feels lighter. I wake up to find injury, forgetfulness, impromptu karaoke. Oh, just fucking don't. But she's daydreaming a lot about these things. Very funny. Her imagination and all that goes with it. And she doesn't know what's happening. She's like, what are we gonna do? Like, is this gonna get weird? But she wants to do a street concert for her to just be like, you know, advertise yourself. And I've seen that a lot, right? People just starting on the street doing some songs and whatnot, and then handing out flyers. And if even just one or two people come, it's gonna be a success, right? Because you got more people who are possibly future fans, or at the very least enthusiasts who really appreciate you. And then one evening they're drinking with somebody or going out, and they're like, you know, I've seen this band lately. And that's how word of mouth spreads. And this is obviously really pretty environments, by the way. This is obviously a big moment for her because it's about actually having a real live performance in front of people. And I think it also trains her very well for the concert later on, that she's more confident when she's actually stepping on stage, which I think is really nice, that we take step by step. We're going closer and closer to what she's gonna actually have to do. And this is how you learn it, right? This is how you get over fears. This is how you get over anxiety and nervousness. This is how you practice something. You go in with training wheels in this case. This experienced musician is helping her in her booze-crazed enthusiasm. Yeah, you're going in with training wheels, and when the real thing comes around, you have more experience, and you're like, okay, I've been there before. Not exactly there, but I've been in similar situations before, and then you're gonna be more confident. You're gonna be more calm about it. Yeah, she shows her how to do it. Set it up, be like, all right, we're gonna have a concert. And people are just gonna walk past, and they're like, hey, this sounds kind of good. Let me just stop by for a minute. And most people would probably walk away. They're gonna be like, all right, this was nice. Maybe drop you some money, right? Because that's what musicians are sometimes also doing, right? Financing themselves through that. But one or two people might be like, hey, what's your band called? Or where's your next concert? I might drop by because I'm close by anyway. And one of them was like, all right, she seemed nervous. I wanted to encourage her. And that's been enough, right? She's been inside her head all of this time, but this is like people right in front of her. I love this panel, which looks very manga-esque. Maybe it's even from like the source material. This is people who just stop by to hear her singing. There's no entry fee, there's no expectations and nothing. They're just listening, right? And she doesn't need to, in a way, she doesn't need to please them. They can just walk along if they don't like it. But they stay and they listen and everything. And she realizes she's been told just now that she doesn't have any enemies here, right? They're not malicious or bad or thinking bad things about them. She's opening her eyes, right? The first step, right? Just looking at what she's seeing, right? Observing that she's being observed. And I do love this shot here. Her looking down at the guitar. Obviously, she still has everybody in her peripheral. And she's like, we are moving with the guitar. This is such an amazing creative shot. Really cool. This is the shot, like these are the shots we live for. And this is her coming into herself, right? Nice lighting effects here going past that. And we're hearing the great song, right? Or a great song of like conquering her flaws in such a short time, right? She has the capacity to learn. She has such a huge capacity to get past all of this. Because there's this deep desire, this motivation in her. And she's not like a person who doesn't like to spend time with people, right? Who wouldn't like to be. She's just too nervous to do it, too much in her head, too worried. And yeah, this is when she realizes, right? When she's in the flow of experiencing this high of the moment. And she's like, she sees that vision of what could be, what probably will be, right? We have a little joke at the end where she was just keeping one eye open, but 2 tickets. Success. And she's gonna buy the last one because you know how it feels. She knows how it feels, right? She's like, oh, this could be a promising person. Who knows, right? Like 5 years from now, both of you don't have a band anymore, and then you found a band. I mean, in this case, not, right? Because of the show and our, like, the meta knowledge of us as the audience, but it could be. It very well could be. And you never know. And even if you're not that calculating and thinking about that, meeting some kind of kindred spirit that loves music as well, right? That plays good music, that is very talented. And just observing them coming into their own. That's a great thing to do, a very satisfying thing. And she's doing a Ryu. I mean, pure poor musician stereotype / poor artist stereotype. A very, very wholesome episode. Very nice for development as well. Yeah, that's been Bocchi the Rock episode 6. We're not going to talk long about that, right? Check out, leave me a like and subscribe. Comment what you have to say about the episode, what you like the most. Something you want to highlight, maybe. Maybe we'll talk about it next time or the time after if I read the comment in between. And check out the Discord, check out the Patreon. And I'll see you next time.